what to say, but I'm just glad to be back here with you again in the kayak fishing world and on our channel here, Finding Fish, where we go after the fish and we find the fish. I believe we have a good video for you here on today. I know it's been a little while, but life happens on life's terms, but nonetheless, I'm back. And I want to go ahead and give you some good action and some good thought, insight, and things just to consider overall while fishing. Today, we want to go into a little bit deeper subject of some safety issues. I don't know about you, but I always want to be safe on the water. I always want to come back to my loved ones because I realize that, I am all they got, and I'm one of the ones who make the bread, as they said, the breadwinner in the house. So it's important that while we out there enjoying ourselves, that we come back safely. Let's get right into this video right after this intro. And welcome back to Finding Fish. Hi, my name is Dr. Peter Ely, also affectionately known as the Professor. And I'm glad to be here with you on today as we're going to share here a little bit some cold water fishing equipment. A couple of years ago, I went out. Actually, you see this picture in the background. That's me catching smallmouth out of my kayak. And I remember that day, I think the water temperature was like 30 degrees. It was 30 degrees. It was in the mountains of North Carolina, Lake James, and it was really, really cold. And I had a good time. I caught some fish. I never caught fish in that colder water. I always grew up in a time that, they say you fish. When you fish in cooler water. In warmer water. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, but did not realize how dangerous that was. I did not realize how dangerous this was until the next week. When we fished again, we went to Lake Norman, right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, and we had a gentleman turn his yak over. And when he turned his yak over, he got out safely. He didn't die of hypothermia or any of these kind of things. Fortunately for him and us, nobody wants to see anybody die. But I really started going back and looking and doing my research and finding out actually how deadly cold water can be, and that the 120 degree rule is really not a very good rule at all. It's just something that, we say it's like a fork lower, but I'm finding out that it's more myth than anything. And I want to talk about some of the equipment that I have that I want to pass along to you, some of the things that I've learned and some of the things that I've spent money on that you may not want to necessarily spend money on, and that I found say, hey, this was helpful, this was not helpful. One of the unique things about me is I'm a bigger guy. I'm over 6 feet. I'm 6'3", and like I said, about 270 pounds. So I'm about 6'3", 270 pounds. So that makes me bigger. So I get a lot of questions about how do you get in a kayak? How do you get in a kayak? How does that work out? And also about the equipment, because a lot of the equipment seems to be made for the smaller guys, right? So